Hello everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes of your time and go over the installation of Citrix, which is a remote access application that is needed for this class. And through Citrix, we will gain access to Microsoft Project, which is the required application to do most of the assignments in this class. You see, Microsoft Project is not a free application, and so our school makes it available to our students through Citrix. I will make other videos on using Microsoft Project, but for now, I wanted this video to just focus on getting Citrix up and running so you can have access to Microsoft Project. So from within our classroom, click on the drop-down menu option in the top left side, then choose Path, then click on Course Material, then on Microsoft Project. And as you can see up here, it says that Microsoft Project is needed for this class, and to access it, we need to first install Citrix. And the document you see down here, this has all the details and steps we need to install Citrix. But I'll show you all these steps now in this video. And in general, the steps are straightforward. We first need to download the application, then install it. Then we need to add an account, which the school provides for us. Then we just need to sign in using our same classroom login credentials. So let's begin the download step. And we first need to click on this link so we can go to the Citrix website and start the download. So as you can see, this is the Citrix webpage, and it automatically detected that I'm on a Mac machine, and that's why it says download for Mac. So I click on that, and then it takes me to this screen where you can click on download. So let's go ahead and click on that. And then some pop-up boxes, click on allow, and now it's downloading for me. Now, since I'm on a Mac, it's still downloading, and you can see here. Again, if this was a Windows box, things would look a little bit different, but the steps are technically the same. And when it's done with the install, I click on it, so it opens up for me. Double click on this icon here on the left. Again, just accept some of the access permissions. And from here, I'm going to follow the dialog boxes. Again, default language is English. You can keep everything else the same. Click here and agree to the terms and conditions. And here I have to type in my computer password. Again, this is a Mac thing. Usually on Windows it's not, so I'll type in my password. Then I come to this dialog box, which is asking me to add an account. So I click on that, and then confirm. And now the installation is successful, so I click on close, and this dialog box appears, which is basically, again, a Mac thing. It says when you're done, you can move it to the trash. That's what I usually do. And now here is where I type in the account, which again, it's https://myapps.gcu.edu. If we go back to our receiver instruction document, and we can scroll down a bit, we can see the account as I typed it, but let's just confirm it. Here we go, https://myapps.gcu.edu. Let's go ahead and confirm this is the correct typing, spelling is correct. Do next. And this dialog box, we have to enter in the username and password, which is exactly the same username and password we use for our classroom, which is first name dot last name, and then our password. Again, same as the classroom login. And give it a few seconds, sometimes a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Here we click on the second option, GCU Store. Click on it twice maybe. There we go. Now this step sometimes takes a few minutes, so just be patient. It's going to come back eventually. So when it does come back, this is the interface that we see. And we have two options up here. We have the home button and we have the apps button. Right now, this home button would usually hold your favorite apps, but we didn't choose a favorite app yet. So if you click on apps, you basically get all the apps that the school has made available to you. So for this login, I have access to Project 2016, as well as the statistics app, which we're not going to use for this class again. So to add this to my favorites, I can click on this arrow and then choose on to add to favorites. So now if I go to my home button, now it shows up as my favorites. And all I have to do is just double click on it. The first time you log in, it might take some time to open up Project 2016, so be patient with it, please. And when it finally opens up, this is the interface that you see. You have some templates of project files, and then there's a blank project file. So I'll double click on that to open it. Now, I'm not going to go over the details of how to use Microsoft Project. This is going to be for other videos. But for now, I just want to show you that this is the project interface. And basically, I wanted to show you also how to save this file, not to the default server location, which you won't be able to access later, but you need to save it to your local computer. So let's just, add up any task, and then I'm going to save it. So click up here in the save icon. So this is where the problem sometimes happens. By default, it goes to the path that's on the server, and that's not where I want you to go. I want you to go to your local computer. So if you click on, don't click on this PC as well. Click on Browse. And again, this is a Mac thing, so I'm just going to click on Read and Write. All right, on the left side here, these are all the paths and folders. And what I want you to do is find the one that says local disk and then the C drive. Usually it's a C drive for most people. It could be a D drive, could be E drive. Not sure, but by default it's a C drive. So just make sure that you click on the local disk C drive, and then anywhere here, choose the location on your file system, which is your local computer, and save the file. And give it any name that you want up here, and then click on save. Now I don't want to save this file because this is just demonstration purposes, so I'm just going to cancel out of it for now. But for you, just make sure that you save it to your local disk on this local hard drive, and then click on save. Now there is also another way you can access the Citrix workspace directly from the web. So here is the path that we use to download the application, but if we scroll down in the instructions file, there's going to be another path or another way to connect using a web interface. And this is the path here. It's the same as the path up there, but this one is just HTTP instead of HTTPS. So if you click on it, a web browser window is going to open. And this browser window is asking you now for the username and password. So you need to type in your school login information and then the password. And then hit enter. And then it brings you right to the home page, which has your favorites. Again, apps is here, and then home is here with the favorites. So again, this is just another way you can access the web interface in a much quicker way than from the application itself. So to wrap up what we covered quickly in this video, I explained that we will be using Microsoft Project for this class. And in order to access and use this application, we have to go through a remote access tool called Citrix. And I walked you through the steps to download and install Citrix as an application. Then we added an account to it. Then we signed into the Citrix interface. And from there, we saw that we now had access to Microsoft Project. And please do remember that when you save your project files, please make sure you save it to your own local computer and not the school server, because you will lose that file, which means you have to start from scratch. So again, please make sure you save it to your local computer. And finally, I showed you that you can access the Citrix interface from a browser once you have the Citrix application installed on your computer. You simply have to go to http:// myapps.gcu.edu, and you will be prompted with a login screen where you can use the same login credentials that you use to access the classroom. So I hope this video was helpful and that you will be able to install Citrix without any problems and access Microsoft Project. But if you have any issues with this install, please do reach out to me at any time. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in class. Take care, everyone, and bye for now.